Hello and welcome to another episode of My Crypto World. I guess today's title for this episode would be The Problem with Bigfoot. But before I get into my main topic, I want to give you a small update on some of the things that's been going on. Recently, I've just finished a film. The title of the film is called Missing. It should be out on Amazon Prime and Amazon.com probably within the next few days. I don't know exactly how the date works, how their schedule works on doing that. This is probably the best quality film that I've put out, and a lot of it has to do with the process. Some of the first films that I made, we could not upload a high definition file to Amazon or Amazon Prime. Back when I first started making films for Amazon, we had to put them onto a actual DVD and send them in that way. So of course the quality and sound quality was slightly less than if we use a file to upload. So I think this film is probably my best quality film as far as overall appearance of the film and sound quality. And the story is very interesting. It's a lot of people will probably know about some about the story, but I introduced some new elements that come straight from the final file on the case, the official file. I introduced some elements that are not talked about. I've not heard anybody talk about it. And we take a new step for new information, an attempt to get new information about the case, this particular case. I think people will probably enjoy the film pretty good, and hopefully it'll be out just like I say any day. But I don't want to spend my whole time talking about the film. But the title of the film is called Missing. Should be out any day. But I also wanted to let you know that recently I shot some a little bit of a TV type episode with Chris Maggard. We shot locally. It's a local story about Manzo Shepherd. We done that a couple weeks ago. It was real nice, real good time. Everybody was nice. And the story, now that's a true story that's really fascinating. Tony Pelosi did a lot of work on that as far as the research and the history of it. That the man was killed in the courtroom. But also what's interesting about that, even though Chris Maggard tells the story, he also does paranormal investigation, and that particular area where the man was killed, which is in the courthouse, has been a pretty hot bed for paranormal activity. So there's been some investigation work that goes along with that, and we'll have more on that. That's where we investigated. I done a little video a little while back where me and Tony Pelosi done a small investigation there. Well, actually we did a pretty long investigation, but I put up a small video showing just some of the highlights. We're going to have more on that later. And in the last few days I've also been doing a little bit more ghost hunting, if you want to call it that, paranormal things. And so I'll probably have some more stuff on that. I kind of enjoy that as well, and it's not hardly as strenuous as it's not nowhere near as strenuous as trying to go Bigfooting, which I still do that, of course, too. Now I'm going to get to my main topic, was the problem with Bigfoot. When I say that, I don't necessarily mean that Bigfoot has the problem. I mean that our Bigfoot community has problems. One of the problems that the Bigfoot community has is the introduction of bad evidence, or the introduction to introducing stuff that is totally bogus to the community. Now I'm not saying that a person who is not a researcher, someone who is just interested in the subject, and they have questions and they post pictures, that's cool. I know I understand that you're trying to find information. But when we have experienced, or they say they're experienced, researchers posting up pictures of bear tracks and saying they're Bigfoot tracks. That does no that does not help the Bigfoot community at all. In other words, it makes us look stupid. And we got experienced Bigfoot researchers that are being fooled by cell phone apps that put in a ghost or a Bigfoot or whatever into the background of a picture, and they're posting this up as Bigfoot evidence of Bigfoot, or Bigfoot caught on camera or film or whatever. Our field is littered with people who trying to be nice about it, but who just don't know what they're talking about. If you are, excuse me, if you are an experienced Bigfoot researcher and you've actually got time out in the field, you know what a bear track looks like. So when you post a picture up of a bear track and you try to claim it's a Bigfoot track, all the real people who really search Bigfoot, or even the people who hunt, they know that you're a phony and you're fake, that you don't know what you're talking about. And that's what I mean with the problem of Bigfoot. We actually have too many people in the field trying to research that just don't know what they're doing. They're totally out of sorts. We have people who post up pictures of shadows of trees, claiming it's Bigfoot. Does the community no good. It makes it harder when real evidence surfaces for people to accept it. If you'll notice, in the wintertime, we don't get nowhere near as many shadow Bigfoots, I guess you could call them, pictures as we do when the leaves are full on the tree. When the leaves are full on the tree, they make dark spots in the forest when you take pictures, and shadows and stuff like that, and the leaves will move in the sunlight, and during that time we get a lot of pictures that people, again, this is experienced researchers posting pictures of shadows in the mountains and saying they're Bigfoot. So that's why I urge people that if you are going to follow the subject of Bigfoot, and you're just a fan or somebody who's interested in Bigfoot, you need to be careful who you follow, because while they may have good intentions, they may be an honest person. I'm not saying they're doing it I'm not saying they're doing it maliciously or trying to fool people. Lord knows there are those researchers out there who try just to fool people and get money, make up crazy, fantastical stories to get money and following. But these people are normally they're pretty sincere with what they put out. It's just that they don't know what they're doing. They may have years of experience and been out in the woods a lot, but if you're posting pictures of nothing but shadows, and you're posting pictures of bear tracks and saying they're Bigfoot tracks and stuff like that, you just don't know what you're talking about. That's just the bottom line. So that's why I urge people to be careful who you follow and who you support and who you back, because everybody's not honest. Everybody don't know what they're doing. I know some people who they work a lot and they maybe don't get a lot of time out to research, but when they do, they know what they're doing. And then we got some people who go almost every day, and they still have no clue about wildlife. They have no clue about natural and unusual tree breaks. They don't understand light and shadow. So that's the problem with Bigfoot, is that we have too many people in the field that just don't know what they're doing. And I'm not saying you have to be a scientist or a Grizzly Adams or something to do it, but you've got to use some common sense, and it appears that a lot of people in the community are lacking some of this, some of the researchers anyway. I don't get it. It's not a help to nobody. That's why I guess most of the time I just stay alone, kind of do my own thing with my own little group, and I don't know, I just don't want to get involved in all that crazy mixed up stuff that I know we have several groups on Facebook that post up clearly it's clearly somebody in a costume, and it's the old cheap costume, about $100 you can buy off of eBay, got the big funny looking face, and they'll post that up, and it's a guy, and you can clearly see it's a suit, and they'll swear my grandma took this picture, and while she was hanging out the laundry, and it was the Bigfoot in the edge of the mountains watching her, trying to steal her wash tub or something like that, and it's just total baloney. But so that's what I was driving at, was the problem of Bigfoot. The problem is not Bigfoot itself. Bigfoot is real. There's real evidence of it, but we have too many people in the field that they just don't really know what they're doing. And then we have some in the field who are intelligent and know things, but they're more out of the dollar than they are finding real evidence of Bigfoot. And I'm not against people making money. I just don't think you should lie and post up fake stuff and unreal stuff for the money. I'm all for you, for researchers and whatever making money, because I have to make money myself. That's how I pay my bills. That's how I buy new equipment. That's how I go, hiking and drive to locations and things like that. It's because I have to make money off of this, some money off of it, anyways. Even to help offset costs. But if you're lying and making up stuff and hoaxing stuff and faking stuff and misleading people on purpose, you don't need to be in this field, and people don't need to support you. They need to X you off, so like the Catholic Church used to do. They excommunicate you and not fool with you anymore. But so I urge people to be careful who you follow. Be careful what you buy into. Everybody is just not honest. Everybody just don't know what they're doing. But that was my little main topic, I guess, today, is that the problem with Bigfoot is not Bigfoot. It's actually the field just has too many people in it that don't know what they're doing, that don't know basic wildlife tracks, and it kind of hurts the field. But then again, I see some of these people are experienced researchers, been at it for years, and they'll post up a picture of a cell phone app and think it's a Bigfoot. And I don't know, you just have to do a little research before you put stuff like that out, especially if it's not your own work. Now, if it's your own work and you've got a picture of something that might be a Bigfoot, and you know that's different. But when somebody sends you something, you need to check into it a little bit, see if you can debunk it or find out where it come from for real. A lot of times people will steal someone else's work, maybe I'll say like a picture, and they'll crop it a certain way or flip it, or it looks like it's mirrored or whatever, and use it as their work when it really wasn't. So just use caution when who you support and who you back. What else can I tell you about today? I'll tell you about this too. Recently, this guy in our local area, supposedly him and his brother, I believe it was, had a dogman sighting, and they supposedly have pictures and hair samples that they actually sent off. And I was in contact with them and with one of the brothers, and he told me that he would have to get with his other brother to arrange see if he wanted to share everything with me, and see if he wanted to maybe set up an interview. So that's something I'm kind of working on in the future. I also have a couple more films that I'm working on, and I still have a book or two I'm still working on. Just my time is really, I'm pretty busy, and I've had a lot of company this year, and I got more company coming, so it kind of cuts into my time for researching, and it cuts into my time for working on projects. But that's basically all I have today. I wanted to update you, and I wanted to tackle the topic of the problem with Bigfoot. And I'm not trying to sling anything at anybody in particular, because some of the people who post stuff, I have no idea who they are. I think they're just kind of random Joes. But just be careful who you follow and who you support. There's good people out there who are honest and who could use your support. Just like people like myself, I could use more support because I got things I want. I got new cameras and stuff I want to buy. And then they're kind of costly. I like to start shooting the majority of my films in 4K, but I can't afford a camera right now. I'm trying to save and get it. But be careful who you support, because there's good people out there who could use the support, who are probably have less than I do, that could use some help, you know, going to shows or expeditions and things like that. So, but just be careful who you support, and as always, I thank you guys for watching my little videos. And I'm not trying to rant on anybody, but sometimes it gets too much that that when you go to your Facebook or excuse me, on the internet, and you see a picture of a leaf hanging in a tree, and they've blurred the picture, and they tell you it's a Bigfoot running away, or it's a baby Bigfoot climbing a tree, or something like that, and it gets a little bit much. And then, because anytime they put something out like that, there's always a small group of people who believe it, and who support it, and who support that person. And when you support people who do wrong, that encourages them to continue to do wrong. So it's best not to support those type peoples. And not saying the person can't make a mistake, because we all do. We all probably have been fooled one way or the other. We've seen something that we thought might have been a Bigfoot or a picture, and then really it turned out maybe to be nothing. But don't be posting bear tracks and trying to claim they're Bigfoot, because people who really do this know the difference. But there we go. That's it for today. I appreciate you guys for watching, and hopefully I can do another episode. It's been about a month since I did one, so hopefully I can do them a little more consistently. But it's going to be hard, because I got a lot of stuff going on. But thank you guys for watching, and thank you guys who support me and who watch our videos and our websites, and go to our websites and things like that and watch my videos. Got videos on Amazon. If you got Amazon Prime, you can watch, like, I think I got like 4 videos or 5 videos up there right now that you can watch that, you know, don't cost anything. Then I got a couple of others that you can rent that's not on Amazon Prime. And it's not that I didn't want them on there. There were some issues with it where I couldn't get it to Amazon Prime. But if you guys want to watch those, that'd be great. You can go to our website, thecryptocrew.com, our Facebook page, which is facebook.com/thecryptocrew. But if you go to any of those websites, you can get to our other pages. And on YouTube, of course, you know, we are Crypto Watch. But I thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Have a good day. I'm going to mow grass again.